Scott. Hi, Scott. Welcome to the show. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Steven. My pleasure to be here. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Before we begin, I want to say a huge thank you for taking the time to come on my show today. It means the world to me to have you on my show. Okay. Before I hit you with the off the top rope kind of questions, I would like to play a little game called Steven Gets to Know Scott D. Moore. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready, player one?
Am I player one?
Player one? Yeah.
Oh, I'm player one. Let's go.
That's your cue to tell me, are you ready, player two?
Oh, are you ready, player two? I don't play games, man, so I'm no good at this. You're going to have to teach me. Are you ready, player two?
Are you ready? Okay, my first question is always as tough as a Canadian destroyer. So make sure you have your thinking cap on. Wait. I wanted to tell you. You need to get thinking. Get thinking. Get thinking.
I'm thinking.
What is your favorite color?
My favorite color?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm going to say red, just like the Canadian flag, just like Team Canada.
Team Canada! Christian Cage, you're from Canada. You disappoint me.
Absolutely.
As you can see, I have just a few wrestling figures around me. Did you have a favorite figure growing up, and what was your all-time favorite toy growing up?
I think my favorite wrestling action figure was probably Jesse the Body Ventura, because he looked so awesome, just like Jesse was. And my favorite toy, I don't know if this is a toy, but when I was really, really young, I had a stuffed Super Grover from Sesame Street when I was like 3, 4, 5, and I used to take him everywhere. So that was by far the thing that I valued the most when I was a child.
I also have a teddy that I used to take on everywhere, but now I'm too scared because it's from Build-A-Bear, but you can never, ever get it back. It was from like 10 years ago.
10 years ago?
Yeah.
How did you make a bear 10 years ago?
I didn't make a bear.
Oh.
My mom's mother got it for me when I was born.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty special then.
I have two of the exact same, but the way how I can tell them apart is because one of them has a big brown heart on their chest, and one of them has no heart on their chest. It's inside of them.
Nice. So you can tell them apart, but other than that, they look the same?
Yeah, other than that,
nice.
They pretty much look the same. I just wanted to show you them.
Oh, awesome.
I was born 10 years ago.
Wow. Those are great. Build-A-Bear is an amazing place.
Some say Disney World is the best place. Some say Build-A-Bear.
I'll take both of them. Is there a Build-A-Bear at Disneyland?
No, I don't think so.
Well, there should be.
There should be. Oh, yeah. Twisty turn. On the notice figures, two things. Is there a Scott D. Moore figure? Or if not, is there ever gonna be? Let's discuss.
Well, there's, as I think you know, there's a Scott D. Moore micro brawler, who I think is pretty awesome, right?
Hey, wait. You said Scott D. Moore micro brawler?
Mm-hmm. Hey! Nice.
Actually signed by you.
Because we're buddies, Steven.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I would like one of these days, if there's ever I'll call it a full size action figure. Great, but I'll be honest, like having these micro brawlers done, getting that, and being able to have those, and being able to be able to give those to some, some friends and family and special people in my life. That to me, if there's not ever another figure, then I'm okay with that, because I've got that one, and I think it's awesome, and I'm honored, and it's just pretty cool. Like, think about it. There's a little bit of me that can travel around with you everywhere you go, Stephen.
I do not bring that one that stays on the wall near my picture with you.
Oh.
My few pictures of you. Okay, so it's October, which means Halloween is right around the corner. So I have picked this. This is a twisty turn in the question. I have picked the whole squad of the bump costumes. So what costume would you like? Maybe you should dress up as your own.
What costume should I wear?
Yeah.
Boy, that's a good question. I don't know. Maybe I should dress up as Steven from Steven's Wrestling Journey, because I remember.
Who's that kid?
Right? I just remember him and his brother showed up one time to a wrestling show where there's a costume contest, and they were dressed up as Scott D'Amore and Don Callis, which I think was pretty cool.
More on that later. So, back to the real question. What was your favorite Halloween costume that you dressed up as when you were growing up?
My favorite Halloween costume. I don't know if I was ever really good at Halloween, because a lot of times I remember I'd wear my baseball uniform or my football pads. I just wanted to get out there and get as much candy. I do remember one year I dressed up as Robin from Batman and Robin.
So you went out there with tights?
I don't know if I had tights. I had shorts, and I had the shirt with the R on it, and the mask and the cape. So I can't remember if I wore the tights. I should have, right? Because Batman and Robin always wore tights.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore. Usually it's Robin that's wearing just tights, and now Batman's only wearing his suit and undies.
Well, it's important you wear your undies under your suit.
Yeah, I don't think Batman got taught that lesson yet. You are a wrestler, a coach, a commentator, and the exclusive vice president of Impact Wrestling. But the real question is, do you have any hidden talents? Mine are, I can shake my ears like this.
Nice.
So do you have any talents?
Boy, do I have any hidden talents? I try to. Whoa!
I can also twist my leg all the way around if you want.
I don't think most people can do that. That is quite a talent. Do I have any hidden talents? I try to use all the talents I have. I mean, I just recently did a live podcast with Conrad Thompson and Jeff Jarrett, part of their My World podcast, and it was only for the people there live. And I busted out for them some of, because, Double J's always used to get a kick out of them back when we worked together. So I busted out some of my impressions. So every once in a while I can bust out an impression. I mean, my favorite, is Vince Russo, and some of the wrestling personalities out there are kind of fun to do that and tell stories. So I like, when I tell stories, I like to act them out sometimes and do the voices and, just relive some of the moments we had in the early days of TNA Impact Wrestling.
Okay, guys, you heard it from Scott Moore himself. Sports time coming up. Story time coming right up.
Story time coming right up. So I guess one of my favorite was back when we were doing the early days of TNA Impact Wrestling. There's a guy who some of the viewers may know named Vince Russo, who some people love and some people don't. And bro, Vince Russo is a New Yorker. So he talks like this, bro. And he would always say, when I was writing TV for Vince McMahon, bro, doing ratings for television, never been seen before. 8s and 9s and 10s, bro. Numbers like nobody ever did. Boom.
I can do voice impressions, but not like how you do them. Can't do wrestler voice impressions, so I can do cartoon characters like Mario, Yoshi.
Well, let's hear your Mario.
It's me, Mario.
You're like a regular little Italian now.
I need Toad. I have a lot of talents.
Yes,
I'm very
you
flexible.
do.
I can move my ears, and I can voice impression whoever I want from the cartoon. You grew up in Windsor, which is a small city in Toronto, and here in Ontario. What was your favorite thing What's your favorite thing to do when you for fun when you were growing up?
When I was growing up, I think I loved baseball. I mean, baseball and wrestling are two things that I always loved. And during the spring and summertime, once we got out of school, me and my buddies would go to a local school here and we'd play strikeout, which is a game where you have one batter, one pitcher, and one fielder. And we would just play baseball like that all day in the school, like 4 or 5, 6 hours. Sometimes we'd play for hours, come home to eat, and go back out and play till the sun went down. So lots of days like that spent here in the spring and summers here in Windsor.
Trust me, I'd rather do that too than stay inside all day.
Mm.
Your family owns a construction company. How did you know that you wanted to follow a career in wrestling instead of staying in the family business?
I think there's something to be. Obviously, family is super important, and having a family business is something that I think everybody needs to take pride in and needs to try to participate in. But I mean, sometimes you need to venture out on your own. And one of the things for me was, if I just stayed at Demore Construction and that, how would I ever be anything other than Pat Demore's son? So I wanted to go out. I wanted to do something on my own. I wanted to make a name for myself. And I wanted to chase my passion. My father moved here from a small village in Italy and built a life here for himself and his family. And following in those footsteps, I wanted to venture out and do my own thing. So I chose professional wrestling and television. I love it. I'm passionate about it. Thankfully, I'm pretty good at it. And was able to go out there and forge a path for myself, which actually led to me being able to come home and rejoin, the family business, which is now called the Demore Group. And be able to contribute to it more so than just being somebody who came up in it, being somebody who left and went and did other things and coming back and being able to bring a new skill set and new experiences to try to help the business grow and prosper.
Give me a second, Scott. Okay, you get to travel all over the world. What is your favorite place to travel to and why?
Man, being in the wrestling industry is one of the things that's the best about it, is getting to travel everywhere. And I mean, I've been from BC to Nova Scotia. Haven't been to Newfoundland yet. Gonna have to make that journey. Been up to the Arctic Circle. Been down all through the U.S., Mexico, India, England, Ireland, Scotland. Switzerland, Germany. But I think of all the places that I've been to, my absolute favorite and my home away from home is Tokyo, Japan. Had so many good times there over the years, and I just love the culture and the excitement of it all. And the food is just next level amazing. So it's a place that really has a special place in my heart. And when able to, I'm hoping that hopefully 2022 brings the opportunity to return there and make some new memories.
Actually, Newfoundland. If you slow it down a little bit, it says Newfoundland. Someone actually named it that.
Yeah, I guess when they found it was new.
Jacques Fronte, something. I think that was his name.
A little bit of history lesson.
I'm learning about him in grade 5.
Nice.
I love my snack food. What would you say your favorite snack or meal from being on the road is, and why?
My favorite snack on the road. Boy, that's a good one. My favorite quick stop is, I think, always probably going to be Subway, because you can't go wrong at Subway. The wraps, the subs, the soups, the cookies are all good. And I think one of my favorite snacks is pistachio nuts. Those are awesome. And when we're doing TV with Impact, the thing that gets all of us is there's always a candy table around, which is dangerous. And I don't think I'd ever had these. Oh yeah, buddy. But the thing that always seems to get us is the sour keys, or Sour Patch Kids. Like those get us all the time. So we're destined to destroy a big bag of those every time we do TV.
Speaking of like sour, there's this thing I've been looking for. Where did I order it from the States? There's this thing called Juicy Frop Sticks. You could dip it in a sauce and it's sweet and sour.
That sounds interesting.
I'm gonna get the blue one. It looks really good in the commercials and everything.
We'll have to check them out.
Check them out. Okay. My ninth question. You have a degree in communications. How do you think that helps you prepare for your job now? For your job now?
Well, I mean, here's a little secret, Stephen. I didn't actually graduate, which I should have, but I actually dropped out of university because of wrestling. And I always said I was going to go back and finish, and I haven't, because I've been making my living in this business ever since. But I will say this, my studies in communications allowed me to understand some of the things with television. And, back then, as we called it, mass communications, broadcast and such. And it allowed me to get ahead, because the things that I learned in school, which seemed so far-fetched, like technology-wise, like when I went to school, beepers were still a thing and cell phones seemed relatively new. And they were talking about being able to send, letters and pictures and everything else from our phones. And it seemed so far-fetched. It seemed like a sci-fi movie or an episode of the Jetsons. And we saw all those things come true. So I guess it helped me, understand that technology is always moving and changing and improving, and that we need to change with it or we can get lost behind. And, I'd say this, and me, and I know you've interviewed an old friend and roommate of mine, Edge. I saw that. And we used to always talk about it because he finished his degree and I didn't. And we're both lucky in the sense that we both ended up making our livings in wrestling for a very long time. But, we're two of the lucky ones. So anybody that's pursuing wrestling or anything else, always have a backup. And the best backup in this world is education, because nobody can take that from you once you got it.
That's smart. Now, give me one more second. I'm going to tell you why in a few seconds. What is one interesting fact that your fans may not know about you?
Interesting fact would be, I think one might be, I'm legally blind in my left eye. So
Wait,
I got hit.
So, so you could do this and do this and you wouldn't see it?
Yeah, my left eye, I see light and I see shapes and I see a little bit out of, but there's a big part of it where I don't see out of. And that's because I got hit with a baseball when I was 16 years old. As I said, I love to play baseball. And when I was 16, I was warming up a pitcher and I was the catcher. And I didn't have a mask on because I wasn't being smart. And I stopped paying attention. And my friend, who was the pitcher, threw the ball without looking and threw a perfect strike right into my eyes. So I spent 2 weeks in a room in the dark trying to get my eye to heal. And I'm very lucky that my eye healed and I have some vision out of it. But I am actually legally blind in my left eye. So
Wow, I did not know anything about that. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, so something I had to learn to adjust to and everything else. And it's I'm very lucky that I came out with my eye still intact. And compared to so many people in this world, I'm very lucky. And yeah, I think that's probably something that a lot of people don't know about me. So now you're getting it here on your interview.
Yes, I am. I did not know that. What is your favorite movie that you have ever watched and why?
Oh boy, picking one movie?
Yep.
Oh, let me think for a minute. Oh, that's so hard, Stephen. My favorite movie, I guess, if I have to pick, it's so hard based off of mood and everything. But
Only one.
I'm gonna say The Godfather because it
Oh,
was.
I really did not expect that.
Yeah, it's a cool movie, and Marlon Brando was so good, and Pacino and everybody. It's just it's fantastic, and there's so many others. I could list 10 others, 20 others, 30 others, but you put me on the spot, and that's what I'll say. That Godfather is a great movie. No matter what, if I see it on TV, I'm watching at least some of it.
I thought you were gonna watch. You were gonna pick the movie that you were actually in.
Ah, that is a hell of a movie. Big Money Rustlers, baby. Everybody should check that out. Who doesn't love watching clowns in the Wild West? And I don't mean silly people. I mean people with actual face paint.
I don't. I'm terrified of clowns.
Ah, well then don't watch that movie, buddy.
Clowns are the worst thing that's ever happened to my life. Okay. So everyone knows that I am the king of research. When it comes to these interviews. So many people might not know that you were a bank robber in a movie. That's right. I found out that you were in Big Money Restless with people like Scott Hall and Jimmy Hart. What did you like about acting in that movie, and would you ever do acting again?
Yeah, that movie was a lot of fun. I spent weeks out. It was north of LA. It's in an area called Calabasas, which is up in the hills. And it was pretty cool. The set that we used was actually the set from the HBO series Deadwood, which is awesome because I'm a huge Deadwood fan. And I did enjoy it.
Killing wood? Is it chopping down trees? Killing wood? Deadwood?
Killing wood? No, Deadwood, man. It's the name of the town. You gotta check it out. When you're a few years older, you'll appreciate Deadwood, you silly boy. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and being there and on set and working as part of the production was so cool, having a trailer to hang out in and everything. I guess one of the things I learned is how slow the movie industry is, because it takes so long to shoot everything. You know, in wrestling, we do everything live or quasi live, so we get to do it and move on. When you do a movie, you might do the same scene 5, 10, 15, 20 times. You might have to repeat your line 30, 40 times. It's so long. But then when you see the final product, it's pretty cool.
Okay, sorry for that. Sorry, guys, for that little quick break. I just have to ask my mom something. My friend Channing Decker is actually making a movie right now, and I know how long it takes because his movie won't come out until 2022, sometime 2022. Takes even longer to make video games.
Video games takes years.
I heard Spider-Man 2 is coming out in 2023. 2023.
Well, it's a long time, but it'll be worth the wait. Hopefully.
It's true. I love Spider-Man 1. Okay, besides me, obviously. Besides me, because you've already met me. If you could meet any celebrity, who would you want to meet and why?
Oh, one celebrity.
One celebrity.
Boy, you asked some tough questions, Stephen. I would say one celebrity, Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro, yep, because he's such a good actor. He can do the most serious of drama. He can do comedy, and he can do everything in between. He's just had such a long, storied, amazing career, and he still just seems, besides all of his fame and everything else, seems like somebody who would just be interesting just to sit around and chat with.
Okay, I'm sorry, Scott, for saying this, but I have some symptoms of OCD, and if I don't say this, I'll get a little upset. Because Mom said to say it before you started saying it, but I'll have OCD. Why? That's what Mom said. She said to ask why because she didn't know you were saying why you were doing it. Because I'm going to have OCD after this if I don't say that. I will. Okay. Who was your hero growing up and who is your hero now?
I guess when I was young, I would say, we talked about him earlier, my hero was probably Spider-Man. And then as I got a little older,
We settled the debate. Which one's better? Tom Holland or Andrew Garfield?
Garfield.
Now, Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield?
Oh, Maguire.
Okay. At least you picked him, my favorite Spider-Man, over Tom Holland.
Well, we can all agree on that.
I loved the thing I liked about him was because he had like the perfect role for him. He just the Wizard movie was one of the best movies that in my opinion that I've ever watched. Watched it a few times. I really liked it because Stan Lee was playing piano and he was jumping around all the bookcases and he was crashing through everything. So like that was just a funny, humorous part of the movie. And one thing I like about, since I'm not like a 90s boy where everybody else in the 90s saw I saw Tobey Maguire do his Spider-Man role, and since I've seen this all over the internet now, I would say that probably one of the best parts was "See a chump." I've heard him say that, and I don't know why. I did not watch the movie at all. I just see memes about it. It's just I've seen some parts of the movie where Green Goblin's trying to kill people, but I haven't seen anything else about it.
I think to me, having grown up being such a big Spider-Man fan, seeing him brought to the big screen the way Tobey Maguire did was just so cool and satisfying because, you know, you watch the cartoons and all the different versions of it, but then seeing it on the big screen like that, you know, and with real actors and that, I thought they did an amazing job, and I think Tobey Maguire did a great job too. He had a hell of a run as Spider-Man, then he passed on over the mask and the suit, and so it gets to continue still to this day.
Yeah, and I heard that in the Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man movie, all three actors are gonna come together and be in there.
That would be pretty cool.
I would love it. It would be the best thing that's ever happened. Because it's Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and it's the best of both worlds. Because someone there's loads of people that like Tobey Maguire. There's loads of people that like Andrew Garfield, including me. Loads of people like Tom Holland, including me. And it's like the best of both worlds. They all get to see their favorite Spider-Man on the show.
That would be pretty cool.
It would probably be the biggest selling movie of 2021.
Does it come out in 2021?
Probably. Because we still have like a few more months until 2022. So, well, guys, that's all the time we have for today. I want to say a huge thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come on my show today. It means the world to me to have you as not only my guest, but also my friend and my adopted uncle.
Well,
Do
you truly are.
Words for my viewers.
Yeah. Yeah, Stephen, I'm so glad that we got to meet and know each other, and you know, you're my nephew, just like the other nephews I have, and I always look forward to seeing you. And I just been happy to be here. It's been fun, and I've got one thing that's important that everybody out there knows, and that's that they need to go and they need to follow Stephen's wrestling journey with their notifications on, all of them, and very important, they need to click that like button, because if they don't click that like button, I'm gonna get little Scott and we're gonna go chase them all down. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, what were you saying, Scott, before where I cut you off on accident, where you said you said that, and then you stopped. You said you truly. Hello?
Hey, I don't remember what I was saying. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can. Okay, guys, if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to lay a demoralizer on that like button and a Canadian Destroyer on that subscribe button with all notifications on. Until next time, guys, always remember to never give up and be yourself. Bye, guys!